A very short update on the price of Bitcoin today, guys. First of all, I would like to mention the bearish divergence on RSI, which we see on the daily time frame. We had similar divergence recently when we had higher highs of the price of Bitcoin in the beginning of April and end of April, while the RSI showed the lower high, and after that there was a dip in the price of Bitcoin just together with this tether FUD. But anyway, this bearish divergence played out, and now we see very similar behavior, not that strong as before, but still we have higher high on the price of Bitcoin and lower high on RSI. So indeed, within a couple of days we may see the decrease in the price because of this divergence. And also, if you look at the Bollinger Bands, the price is above upper band right now, and the same way it went down before, and usually it does it like here and here. In many cases, when we go above or at least close to the upper band, we usually tend to return to the baseline. So together with this divergence, we have a high chance that the price will make a little correction, at least to the level of like 5,500. I don't want to put any values here, it's really hard to predict, but at least before the next rise, following the rise, we need to have the little dip. Of course, guys, as usual, not a financial advice, just my personal opinion. Would like to mention also the fact that the price right now on the monthly time frame is above 21 EMA. Recently, Lesser Rostani also mentioned this on his channel. So on the monthly time frame, we not only went above this EMA last month, but now actually price is above this again. So we hold strong above this moving average. And if you'll remember, in 2015 we saw this situation just before the price turned to be bullish, so we exit the accumulation phase. So this was the first month when the price went above 21 EMA on the monthly time frame and hold above this as well. So actually we may see the rise in the end of this month in a similar way that we had in 2015. So you see that on the longer time scale the situation is more bullish. But what is more important right now for many of you out there is the fact that we see a lot of the drop of altcoins, and Bitcoin dominance is somewhere around 60% already. In fact, probably in this area I was making the video about that altcoins had a lot of the correction, and we may see their return soon. And after that, actually they did a little bit of the rise, and I was happy about that. But then actually all of my stops were executed because of the further decrease in the price of altcoins, at least comparing to Bitcoin. And now we have this more or less stabilized picture. In fact, I think that I would consider to make a second attempt to enter altcoins because of this situation, expecting the fact that the probability of them going even lower at this point is not that high comparing to the probability of them finally rise after such a long dip. Also, you can see this weeks on the hourly time frame. So we may see some hope in this chart, as well as the fact that we can't break this resistance, although usually this is the indication that we will break it eventually. But still, with using stops, I think it may worth trying. One thing I would like to point out though, that there is some interesting mismatch between the dominance of Bitcoin and the capitalization of alts, which we can observe recently. So there are two charts here. Blue is the Bitcoin dominance and red is the ratio between the total capitalization of altcoins to capitalization of Bitcoin. And you see usually when the Bitcoin dominance goes up, the ratio of the capitalization of altcoins to Bitcoin goes down, and vice versa. This is the normal behavior in the market. And from the beginning of April we see the rise of Bitcoin dominance, and this ratio of altcoins capitalization to Bitcoin capitalization went down, but from the end of April, despite the Bitcoin dominance was continuing going up, this ratio started to climb as well. This is absolutely unusual situation, and we didn't see such probably from the beginning of 2018. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how to explain this except the fact that there is the money coming not only to Bitcoin but also in overall cryptocurrencies market, and we just don't see that because of the Bitcoin price going much higher than the rise of the altcoins, which comparing to Bitcoin stay pretty much under the water. Of course, not a financial advice, but at least I see some hope in this data. We'll see how it will evolve, and that is it for today. I hope it was useful. Thank you for watching.